Northbridge Academy was pristine. Ivy-covered walls, private lake serene, and polished like the future of every legacy kid walking its marble halls. It was a place where last names mattered more than GPAs, and where diversity was just a word used during admission season. Then came Amara Bell. She stepped onto campus with her head held high, curls bouncing with every step, and confidence radiating from her like heat in July. She wasn't from old money. She wasn't even from the East Coast. Chicago-born, scholarship earned, raised by a nurse and an engineer who taught her never to bow her head unless it was to tie her shoes and get ready to run. At first, it was fine. Some curious glances, a few too sweet smiles. But then came the whispers. Did she really test into this class? How many black students are even here? She's probably only here because of the scholarship. Amara heard it all. She'd heard worse, but that didn't mean she'd ignore it. Then came the spark. Amara wrote a piece for the school paper, The Illusion of Inclusion at Northbridge. It was bold. It was real. She didn't name names. She didn't have to. She talked about the microaggressions, the lack of representation, the way people like her were seen as intrusions rather than assets. And just like that, she was no longer just the new girl. She was a problem. Blair Kensington made sure of that. Blair was Northbridge royalty, blonde, rich, and as sharp-tongued as she was perfectly manicured. She confronted Amara in the middle of the quad just after lunch. Everyone saw. No one interrupted. So what? You're saying we're all racist now? Blair's voice cut through the air. Amara didn't blink. I'm saying this school isn't as inclusive as it likes to think. Blair laughed, cold and clipped. Maybe you're just not the right fit. Amara tilted her head. You mean black? Blair's jaw tightened, her gaze flickering around at the gathering crowd. You people always make everything about race. And people like you pretend it's not, Amara shot back. The silence that followed wasn't awkward. It was electric. Blair stepped closer. Listen, we've been doing just fine before you came. Amara didn't move, and you'll be doing better once you learn how to deal with different. Blair's mask cracked for just a second. She wasn't used to resistance, especially not from a girl who refused to shrink. The video went viral that night. New girl puts Blair Kensington in her place. By morning, everyone had seen it. Students, faculty, even alumni. Some teachers smiled at her in the hallways. One whispered, "Well said." A senior girl invited her to co-host a DEI panel. The school paper issued an apology. People she'd never spoken to before started walking with her between classes. But not everyone was happy. Hunter, Blair's loyal bulldog of a boyfriend, sent her a DM, "Watch your back. Some of us don't forget." The next day, her locker had a note. "This isn't your school." She didn't flinch. And then, the message came. Unknown number. Gym, after school, no phones. Let's settle this. She almost laughed. Blair's crowd really thought this was intimidation, but she was from the South Side. Her entire life had been preparation for this. At 4:15, the gym was empty, at first glance. Amara stepped in, sneakers silent on the polished floor. Then the doors slammed shut behind her. Blair, Hunter, and two other boys, Mason and Tyler. Tall, broad, dumb loyalty in varsity jackets. Amara crossed her arms. "Wow, I must really scare you." Blair didn't smile this time. "You need to understand your place." Amara stepped forward. "You mean you want me to know yours?" Hunter lunged first, sloppy, furious, predictable. Amara sidestepped, grabbed his wrist, twisted, and dropped him like a bag of bricks. Mason came next. She ducked under his punch, swept his leg, and watched him hit the floor with a loud thud. Tyler hesitated. Big mistake. She kneed him in the gut and elbowed him across the face so hard he spun. 3 down. Blair stepped back, eyes wide. "You're crazy." Amara advanced, steady and quiet. "Number, I'm done being silent." Hunter groaned on the floor. Blair's perfect world was in shambles. Amara leaned in, voice low. "Next time you try to scare a girl like me, Remember this. I don't break. I don't bend. I fight. And just like that, she walked away. The next morning, the gym footage mysteriously leaked. Northbridge had a new queen. They didn't whisper behind her back anymore. They whispered warnings. And Blair? She learned the hard way. Never mess with the wrong black girl.